Good morning. 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 Fatters. Fat boy. My dog. Fat boy, I was not singing to you. Okay, Fat. Oh, Fatter. Okay, he's a mess. Like every time I get on here to talk to you guys, my dog comes and he wants to be a part of the video, which is fine. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Motivation Monday. How are you guys doing? Happy spring break for some of you guys who are on spring break like us. I have so much to tell you, I have to remember because I always forget to tell you guys stuff about the weekend. But I have a lot to tell you. But before we get into it, you know what we do. We know what we do. Bam! No Dunkin' today. No Dunkin', but I have my decaf. And I am doing decaf and sugar-free. Have to do sugar-free because I have to watch it. So we talked about that last time. So this is and it's so good because I've got the flavor. I've got the no sugar a creamer. It's the oh gosh, what is it? The Irish coffee, whatever. And then I add a little bit to it myself. So good morning, guys. Let me take a sip. You know how we do. I hope y'all doing well. I hope you guys, and again, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I'm speaking to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir. Talking to me. Take care of yourself. Ladies, take care of yourself. And taking care of myself means I love my Dunkin'. You guys know I know my Dunkin'. And, of course, I found a way to get my Dunkin' without all the sugar, which is great, which is wonderful. So I can still do it. But today is a rest day. We had a great weekend, a long weekend. Hey, if you guys aren't following me, please do so. Please follow me on my social media, all my social media platforms. If you follow me on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. I have quite a few followers. I'm trying to get up to 2,000 followers. Right now, I got a little over 1,500 followers, like close to 1,500 followers. I'd like to get to 2,000 followers and then get to 3,000, then get to more, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. I hope you guys are doing good. How you doing? So let's get into the topic at hand, shall we? So before we do that, I always forget to share with you guys what I do. So last week, when I did Motivation Monday, the weekend before, I forgot to share with you that I did some stuff with the kids, talked about what I did with the kids, but I forgot to tell you that me and my daughter Christina went to the Black Panther concert at Music Hall. It was great. So what they did was it's the symphony orchestra, and they had this drummer who was from Senegal. He had the drum that you hear throughout the movie as a part of the soundtrack is from Senegal. And I can't remember the name of the other drum, but I'm going to put it down here below when I remember what it is. And he would tap, 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 tap. Hey, don't forget to send me some stars, guys. Please give me some stars. Hit those stars. Hit that star button. Hit that star button. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, so it was a great time. You guys know I am just an advocate for Africa and Africa in general and anything Africa. It was really, really great. It was a really great time. So we had a good time. It was fun. So let's get to the topic at hand. Oh, wait a minute. I keep going past my weekend. Our spring break began. We went to see my dad. We went down to Tennessee. We love him so much. Hi, Dad, if you're watching. We had a great time. And then we stopped at Buc-ee's on our way back. So I'll show you guys some footage from that weekend and our trip to Buc-ee's. And yeah, it was funny, but there'll be a separate video as well. So check out my YouTube channel. Check it out, check it out, check it out. So, you guys, let's talk about this. So whenever I go to see my dad always drops these gems on me. And the way that he tells me and gives me this information is so subtle and cool, laid back, and just full of wisdom. And you all know I'm a daddy's girl. I've said it before. I'm a daddy's girl. And I love my daddy. And he drops. So he has, I mean, he's done it all my life, but during those very crucial times of my life is when he drops that knowledge and that wisdom, and I suck it in. Like every time he tells me something, I mean, from as long as I can remember, when he would talk, I would just be honed in on him like this. And he would talk. And my dad talks a lot, like me. I got it honest. And he talks like in circles. He brings it right back. So he kind of goes around the bush a little bit, then he comes right back to his original point. And it is great the way he does it. He's a storyteller. And he was sharing with me, he said something very profound to me today. He says, Kim, he was, this was day before yesterday. He was like, you know, honey, you're grown, your kids are grown. And he says, stop feeling guilty about doing things you want to do. Don't feel guilty about going out and doing what you want to do. Stop feeling guilty. How many of us feel guilty about leaving our kids or making decisions or doing things we want to do because we don't want to feel like we're selfish? How many of us do that? I have been feeling that and doing that for a very, very long time. Okay? Hey, Kim, how you doing, Kimitha? I get it. Right. So I'm not anymore, though. Right. But I was there for a very long time because I have kids with special needs. And, you know, I've learned that I've got to take care of Kim. I've got to take care of Kim. I've got, you know, and speaking of people like Kimitha, who just came on, it does take a village to help with your children when you have special needs children. And you have to kind of circle yourself with people who will support you, you know, and you can support them as well. Like it goes back and forth. There's a couple situations where Miss Kimitha was there for me with my son. You know, he was out in public and she saw something. Well, my cousins did the same thing. And my auntie did the same thing. You know, it's like, oh, we saw Kelly here. We saw this, whatever. And so, you know, sometimes it can take a lot, you know, on you. It can take a lot. And so I have received his word and that he told me, stop feeling guilty for doing what you need to do. Stop feeling guilty for doing things you want to do. And I was just crying. It was me and my husband and he, and we were all three of us talking. And he says, Kim, you know, because, you know, I desire to finish to really like, here's the deal, guys. You guys know I do PR work. I'm done with PR work. I'm done. Like I have one good client that I will continue to work with, and well, two kind of. That's it. Like I'm not doing it anymore. My focus is now the nonprofit organization. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And so my dad was making a point. He was like, honey, do what you want to do. He says, you know, it's okay. And I'm just crying, and we both crying because we listen to music and worship music and crying. And it was just a precious, precious time. And so I took that and that, okay, God, I hear you. Okay, through my father, God spoke to me through my father and said, stop feeling guilty about leaving your children or going to what you need to do. You know, they're grown. Yeah, they are. Yes, I still have to micromanage their lives because they have special needs, but I have things in place for that. And I got to stop feeling so guilty. And I do feel guilty sometimes. I do, because I feel like they need me. And if what happens to me, so what I'm trying to do is prepare if something ever happens to me, God forbid, but, you know, so they can be okay. So that's the whole purpose of that. Let me read some of the comments. Kimitha said, exactly. It's if you don't take care of you, you're no good for your grown children. And that is so true. I've said that before in one of my other videos. If we don't take care of ourselves, ladies, women, like, you know, guys too, men too, dads, but ladies, we are the primary caregivers of our children, right? So if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of them. We can't. I can't be available for my grown children who still come to me and still need me and still need my advice and still need to talk to me and still want to see me, spend time with me and be with me. You know, I can't do that if I don't take care of myself. But, you know, his purpose of his point was, and I received it so well. His point is that there comes a time where you have to let go and stop worrying about feeling guilty about letting go or leaving or doing what you got to do. It can be in situations where maybe at your job, maybe you have a responsibility, right? You have like a large responsibility on your job. Maybe you're a supervisor. Maybe, the place runs because of you. That happens to a lot of people. Some of you are on jobs and that, you're not getting paid for what you do. And you're doing this work and you are being available for other people. You're probably covering up for other people, right? You're probably doing a lot of that and you're not getting paid for it, nor you're probably not being thanked for it. I know that happened to me back in the day when I worked in corporate. I took on a lot of stuff I didn't need to, and I wasn't getting paid for it. But, and it ran because of me. Don't feel guilty if you have to step back and say, you know what? I'm done. I need to step back. I need to take a break. I need to go on vacation. I need to do a self-care day. Don't feel guilty anymore. Stop letting people rule your life and run your life. Okay? We are supposed to prosper and be happy and to enjoy life. I just did a quick little short video, and you may have saw it on my reel, where I said, enjoy life. Stop worrying about the world situation and what's going on to determine how you feel about yourself and your life, because we can't change it. There's nothing we can do, but guess what? We can pray and we can have a positive mindset and we can keep it moving. Things are very hard in the country for a lot of people. Things are hard. Just imagine, it's hard for some people in the United States, but it's even worse in other countries. Third world countries, other countries that don't have what we have, right? And it's hard. And specifically, I'm going back to Ghana. It's very hard in Ghana right now. It's very hard in some of the West African countries. Nigeria is struggling. Togo's struggling. Benin, Cameroon. A lot of these countries in Ghana, they're struggling, right? And unfortunately, what's happening is that a lot of people are becoming very depressed. And some people are taking their lives because they can't provide for their families and they can't pay back money they owe. And it's very hard. It's very hard. So I want you to look at that situation and know that we need to pray and to intercede for those people and be of help. And which is why I do what I do. Why we founded Reese Smith organization, Reese Smith Foundation in the first place. That's the reason we did that. One of the reasons. But also, I want to be able to, how they say there's a saying, when you put other people's situations and say you're going through something, say you're depressed, you're going through something and things happen. But when you start thinking about other people and giving to other people, your situation seems a little bit smaller. When you think about people who have it worse than you do, your situation is a little bit smaller. So live your life, try to enjoy life. One of these days I'll do another video. It's in my book, though. I'm writing a book. I have been through hell and back on several occasions, not just one time, several occasions. And there was a point where me and my children, we had a situation where I had to take care of my stepdad and having to take care of him after my mother died. We were in a struggle. It was a struggle for us. But you know what I did? I tried to make it. I tried to be positive where my children. I didn't want them to feel bad. I didn't want them to feel like they were going without or they were lacking. I tried to make it fun. I tried to be creative, and we're going to do this today. We're going to do that today. Let's go to the library. Let's do this. Let's make a tent. Let's make a fort. It was things that we had to do. I had to do to make them feel like they were okay. That things are okay. So even in the midst of your sorrow, even in the midst of things that you're going through, loss, job loss, maybe sickness and illness, if you're breathing, if you're alive, try to enjoy that moment. I know that may sound hard, but I can speak that because I've been in every situation. I almost died. I've lost things. I've lost homes. I've lost cars. I've lost, with my children, we were struggling. You all know I lost everything just last year. I lost everything. But God is faithful to complete that work he began in all of us. And it's okay. So I'm saying this. Don't feel guilty for being okay, right? Let me touch another thing, right? Sometimes as friends, we have friends that are around us, people around us. And, sometimes people don't like to see you prosper. Sometimes people don't like to see you happy because they're dealing with their own thing and they want to pull you into their little rabbit hole or whatever they're dealing with, right? Okay? But listen, it is okay. Yes, Kim, count it all joy. Absolutely. Listen, there are people who don't want to see you to be successful. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you. If say you've been single for a minute and all your girls been single, but then one of your girlfriends find a man and get happy and like, oh, I'm good. Be happy for her. Your man is coming. If that's what you desire, if you're praying about it, if you're being prayerful about it, you're being mindful of it. Sure, absolutely. Be okay with that. When someone buys a new house, or they got a new job and they start doing better and they drive a nice car, or the house looks great, or they start dressing nice, and don't be a hater. Just appreciate that. Be okay with that. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I am probably the biggest advocate for women, period. And I say women, period. And I'm a woman because I have to speak from this perspective. Men, I need you all to do the same thing if you're listening. When a woman goes and gets her hair done, one of my sisters, I'm like, girl, that's gorgeous. You look fabulous. When I speak to women, hello, beautiful. How are you? I do that purposely. You know why? Because I'm speaking life into them. I'm letting them know that they're beautiful, that they deserve my words. Yes. Who's someone look at here? Let's see. Hi, Deborah. How are you? She says, thanks for your beautiful words of encouragement. Oh, you are so welcome. So, and that's my point. My point is I will speak life into a situation that's dead. I'm telling you. I will do it. And women, we've got to encourage one another. Stop hating on each other. Be happy for your sister. If she is doing well, if she gets a new job or gets a position, or she's able to travel the world and maybe she has a great job, whatever, maybe there's a turn in her life. Be okay with that. Okay? Don't make a situation become your situation because you're jealous or you're envious. Those are not good energy words. Those are terrible vibration words. That's bad vibration. That's bad energy. Okay? Don't be so quick to be jealous or to judge someone for what they have. Be okay with that. And don't feel guilty when you get it. Don't feel guilty when you move on from the pack. And I'm going to leave you with one last thing. Don't feel guilty if you have to cut people off. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. Hey, Tony, how are you? Don't feel guilty if you have to remove yourself from a situation that is no longer giving you life or encouraging you or feeding your soul or feeding your situation. Remove yourself from that situation because you're not growing. Don't feel guilty. I have done it before. It took me a minute, but I've done it before. Tony, I've been praying for you. I just want you to know that. I've been praying for you. God's got you, and it's okay. It's okay. Okay? It's good. Whatever it is, God said it's okay. And to settle and to be patient and to be okay and knowing that he's got you. Okay? I just need to share that with you, Tony. I've been praying for you. And you just missed your son. He just came here to try and talk to me. Demos with his bad butt. I call him Fatters. But don't feel guilty when you have to remove yourself from situations of people, or you may have to leave a job. You may have to leave a fellowship that's just not good for you anymore. You may not be growing. You may not be thriving, okay? It's okay to move on. It is. Don't feel guilty. Stop feeling guilty about doing what you need to do. Stop feeling guilty about moving on. Stop feeling guilty about doing things for yourself. It's okay. All right? Okay, Reese's Pieces. I love you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give me some stars, guys. Give me some stars. Give me some stars. I love you all. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have an awesome rest of your week. If you're on spring break, enjoy your spring break. Me and Miss Kalila are going to be doing some fun things around the city. We've already gone out of town, so I've done that. And we're going to do some things around the city, just some encouraging things, some knowledge building things for her around the city this week. So, okay, guys, I love you so much. Reese's Pieces. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.